Hi friends, I'm going to record a video here talking about some articles that have been circulating the interwebs as of late through the CrossFit community and otherwise. The main culprit, as far as I'm concerned, is an article that is entitled CrossFit's Dirty Little Secret. What this article does is basically it gives a really good description of what Rhabdo is, how dangerous it is, how it can affect the body, what the long-term consequences are. So if you don't know a lot about Rhabdo, please click on the link. I'll put the link in the About section here and on my blog as well. So check it out. It's great information. But the point of the article is that apparently Rhabdo is this super covered up secret that nobody talks about in CrossFit. I've been in CrossFit for about 3.5 years. I probably learned about what Rhabdo was in the first 6 months because of a CrossFit Journal article that CrossFit actually posted. In the article, CrossFit's Dirty Little Secret, he has a link to another article that's from CrossFit HQ, and it's called Rhabdomyolysis, I think that's how you pronounce it, Revisited. Dr. Will Wright explains Rhabdo and what you can do to prevent it. So, June 2011. Obviously, CrossFit has done nothing to let any of their athletes and practitioners, if you will, of the fitness program. They haven't done anything to provide resources. He also has a quote in the article which I found interesting from CrossFit founder Greg Glassman. "It can kill you," he said. "I've always been completely honest about that." Okay, so it's obviously not a very big secret. Another quote: A quick search of the interwebs reveals copious amounts of information about Rhabdo purveyed by none other than CrossFit trainers. So again, another line in this same article about all of the things you can read out there about CrossFit, about Rhabdo, yet the title of the article implies, to my interpretation, that CrossFit wants no one to know about Rhabdo. In the 3.5 years I've done it, I've known or known of 3 or 4 people who have actually come across with Rhabdo, but let me jump on the other side. I've known far more people, and I'm talking dozens if not hundreds, who have broken a bone snowboarding, or broken fingers playing football, or legs, or their back. People who have been injured far worse than some of the descriptions of Rhabdo that are listed in the article, doing far more common and far more mainstream activities. So I guess my only question here is, does the author of this article feel that the National Football League or Burton Snowboards need to all do a much better job of making sure anyone who might practice their sport or their activity is aware of the possible risks of doing it? Does that also mean that we should stop the positive effects that CrossFit has had on the world over the past, they say it started in '95, but let's say the big boom over the last 5 years because of a few instances of people getting injured? Last I checked, people unfortunately get hit by cars going for runs in their neighborhood. In fact, it almost happened to one of my friends today. Broad daylight, at a stop sign, guy just didn't see him, kept going, almost hit him. I don't see a lot of articles out there right now yelling at Brooks Shoes or Innovate Shoes for CrossFitters, talking about how they need to make sure every CrossFitter knows that by wearing Innovate shoes, you might get run over by a car if you're doing a run. So, is there inherent risk? Absolutely. I absolutely do also put a responsibility on gym owners and trainers on being knowledgeable about their craft and making sure their athletes are safe and protected and informed about ways to move safely, move more efficiently. But you know what? The thousands or millions of members out there in this country who belong to a Golds or a Bally's or what we call Globo gyms in CrossFit don't have that luxury. So where are this author's thoughts on someone getting hurt in those contexts of having no supervision? I am in no way defending CrossFit as a program to its bitter end. There are horrible gym owners out there. There are far undereducated personal trainers. In fact, I'll be one of the first to defend the anti-CrossFit crew in saying for $1,000 and passing a quick test, anyone out there can become a CrossFit Level 1 certified trainer. I agree. I think there should be more strenuous tactics and more strenuous procedures on how to get your name with an accreditation after it that says, yes, I'm certified to be a personal trainer. I acknowledge that 100%. However, to say it's CrossFit's dirty little secret that Rhabdo exists is a blatant lie. And I think that through education, the sport can become even safer. the instances of rhabdo can continue to decrease, but that currently, as we sit right now, where they project potentially over 10,000 CrossFit affiliates worldwide by the end of this calendar year, I think CrossFit offers far more good than bad, and the instances of rhabdo are so far and few between. I don't think that it warrants articles like that. Instead, post an informational article merely letting people know, hey, this is a potential risk. It happened to a friend of mine. Look, it also happened to these other 5 people that I'm going to share. Be careful out there. Instead of this CrossFit dissing article making it seem like they are mercilessly poking fun at this very serious condition. One of my favorite quotes of all. Rhabdomyolysis isn't a common condition, yet it's so commonly encountered in CrossFit. Again, give me some stats. So commonly. I don't like that. But it's so commonly encountered in CrossFit that they have a cartoon about it, nonchalantly casting humor on something that should never happen. Well, if this author is interested, I can also share a lot of additional stories of people out there in the world casting humor on things that should never happen. It may be the entire industry of stand-up comedy. It may be every single group of friends basically getting together, poking fun and making jokes and being silly. But at the very least, CrossFit is acknowledging it. They have for as far as I've been involved in the sport, and I don't think that the angle taken for this article is very fair. So, what do you think? I'm curious. Talk to you guys soon.